Okay, let's dive in. We've got a really interesting set of sources from you, the listener, all pointing towards GoArt Worlds and its launch on the SKALE Network.
That's right. And our job here is to unpack this.
Exactly. What is GoArt Worlds? Why is this SKALE thing, this partnership, presented as such a big deal?
And importantly, what's in it for someone, listening and interested in where digital experiences are going?
Right. The sources kick off by setting the scene, don't they? Highlighting a problem.
Yeah, they talk about how digital connection can feel a bit flat sometimes, maybe transactional.
And how metaverses, despite the hype, often stumble.
Exactly. Things like clunky interfaces, those dreaded gas fees, and sometimes just feeling disconnected from anything, well, real.
And GoArt Worlds is positioned in these materials as the antidote. It's described as a mix of time travel, history, and looking towards the future.
Quite a mix. And the tech mentioned right away is augmented reality, plus these things called time-traveling portals.
Yeah, those portals. Designed as a mobile-first gateway, apparently. The idea being a whole metaverse in your pocket.
And it seems to be getting traction. The sources mention over 113,000 installs already.
Wow, okay. And active users?
Over 2,600 monthly active users, plus 5,555 NFTs sold from their GoArt Keys collection.
So not just a concept, people are actually using it. That's a good hook.
Definitely suggests there's something there catching people's attention.
All right, let's get into the specifics then. According to these sources, what is GoArt Worlds at its core?
Fundamentally, it's presented as a metaverse experience, very focused on exploration.
Exploration covering time travel, history, future stuff.
Exactly, those themes. And all built on that foundation of augmented reality, the AR layer.
Okay, tell me more about these time-traveling portals. Sounds pretty sci-fi.
Yeah, it does. The sources describe them less like, actual H.G. Wells machines and more like the tech mechanism for switching environments.
Ah, okay. So it's how you jump between places.
Pretty much. Combined with the AR on your phone, it creates that gateway. You're using your phone, maybe seeing AR elements in your real space, and then you step through a portal
And what?
into, say, a curated historical site or a futuristic city concept, or even a specific brand's virtual zone or a social event.
So it's designed for easy access right from your phone, blending digital spaces with your physical spot via AR.
That seems to be the core idea, making it seamless, getting past that clunky login or setup you see elsewhere.
That mobile-first AR portal combo feels very intentional to smooth out those friction points.
That's definitely how the sources frame it, as their answer to the access problem.
And who's it really for? Just explorers.
The sources say it's broader. They mention creators, investors, gamers, and explorers.
So different ways to engage.
Yeah, it sounds like a platform with multiple facets, not just one single game or world.
Okay, so what can people actually do in there, based on the info we have?
Well, you can customize your avatar, apparently, quite a bit. You can interact with partner ecosystems, other projects or brands integrated in.
Attend events, you mentioned?
Digital events, yeah. Concerts, meetups, maybe talks or exhibitions. And of course, just exploring the locations.
And there's an economy.
Yes, a key element highlighted is the in-world economy. Users collect MTE tokens as they explore.
MTE tokens. Okay, but what's the hook? Do they just stay in the game?
No, and this seems crucial based on the sources. These MTE tokens can be easily swapped into Matic.
Ah, Matic. So a direct bridge to a widely used crypto, giving it potential real-world utility or value.
Exactly. That tackles the lack of real-world integration criticism head-on. It gives the tokens tangible relevance outside GoArt itself.
Makes sense. That liquidity is key to making an in-world economy feel worthwhile.
Precisely. It's presented as a core feature, not an afterthought.
Okay, let's circle back to those big metaverse challenges. Clunky UX, gas fees, integration. We've seen how GoArt addresses UX with mobile portals and integration with the M2Matic swap. What about gas fees? That's a big one.
Right, and that's where the SKALE partnership becomes really central to the story, according to these sources.
Why SKALE? What did GoArt need that SKALE specifically offered?
The material stresses it was strategic. GoArt needed, well, massive scalability, serious speed, and a top-notch user experience, especially for pulling off an entire metaverse on mobile.
And SKALE delivers that how? What are the tech benefits highlighted?
Okay, the sources list 3 key things. 0 gas fees.
Zero, like actually none.
It's claimed 0 gas fees for the user. Then instant finality.
Meaning transactions confirm super fast.
Almost immediately, yeah. Crucial for that real-time feel. And third, interoperable EVM support.
Which means it plays nice with the Ethereum ecosystem.
Basically, yes. Compatible with the standard, making development easier and allowing potential connections to other Ethereum-based things.
So the zero fees and the instant speed, that's how they aim to make it feel immersive and real-time, like the physical world, even with lots of users.
That's the argument presented, yes. You need that kind of performance, so exploring, collecting tokens, interacting, none of it feels laggy or costly.
Right. Removes major barriers.
And the sources point out Scale's architecture is kind of built for this sort of thing. Projects blending digital and real, handling potentially millions of transactions smoothly.
And the GoArt CEO, Barak Soilu, commented on this.
Yes. There's a quote included where he says partnering with Scale lets them push the boundaries of what's possible in Web3 gaming.
Because of the zero gas and scalability.
Exactly. He credits those features directly.
It feels like the sources are painting this as more than just hiring a tech provider, like a shared vision.
That's the impression, yeah. A shared goal of creating a metaverse without those typical roadblocks, cost, speed, complexity for the user.
Makes sense. And Scale having its own ecosystem.
Right, over 300 projects mentioned. That's presented as another plus for GoArt, potentially tapping into that wider community.
Okay, so they've got the concept, the tech, the partnership. And those traction numbers we mentioned earlier, give it some weight. Let's revisit those.
Sure. So over 113,000 installs.
Impressive start.
More than 2,600 monthly active users.
So people are sticking around,
Yep.
not just installing and leaving.
Seems that way. And those 5,555 GoArt Keys NFTs already sold.
Those aren't trivial numbers in this space at all.
No, they signal real engagement. The sources definitely use these stats to say the GoArt ecosystem is growing fast and shows no signs of slowing down. It's positioned as validation.
Okay, so let's pull it all together. Based only on these sources you provided, what's the takeaway for someone listening, maybe curious about GoArt World?
It looks like it's aiming to be a very accessible, mobile-first way into different kinds of digital world, historical, futuristic, social, even branded ones.
Using AR and those portal things to make it easy to jump around.
Right, and you can participate in an economy, collecting these MTE tokens that have a clear path to real-world utility through Matic.
And the big technical promise is doing all this without the user hitting gas fees or annoying lag.
That's the core promise enabled by Scale, yeah. A smoother, cheaper, faster experience.
So it's presented as a conscious effort to fix the problems that maybe turn people off other metaverses. Mobile focus, AR, portals, scale, all pieces of that puzzle.
That certainly seems to be the narrative woven through these sources. Seamless, gas-free, fast, mobile-first, focused on exploring and getting some utility back.
All right. So wrapping up this deep dive, GoArt Worlds is now live on Scale. It's pitching itself as this next-generation metaverse experience.
Accessible from your pocket.
Right. And the value prop highlight is pretty clear. Explore ancient history, hang out at future parties, maybe build your brand, all supposedly without gas fees and with high speed.
It's definitely an ambitious vision for digital interaction.
It is.
Yeah.
And thinking about that vision, especially the way the sources describe blurring reality and digital, using these time-traveling portals, it makes you wonder, doesn't it?
Wonder what?
Well, here's a thought for you, the listener. If experiences like this take off, how might they change how we interact with, history itself or different places? Even the concept of time accessed through these digital gateways, what new ways of learning could emerge? Or tourism? Or just connecting with people when you can instantly jump between these vastly different digital realms right from your phone?
Yeah, that opens up some really big questions about where this kind of tech could lead.
Right.
Fascinating stuff to think about.